The view of human nature as inherently selfish, suspect, or evil is an authoritarian view that gets drummed into us. The view of human nature as full of beneficial possibilities is a liberatory view. This is the sixth in my series on truths for hard times. So we're taught the former view. We're taught that human nature is basically selfish and evil by organizations looking for job security. Because if we're selfish and evil, then it makes sense to control us, dominate us, and clamp down on us. But there's a very different view available in religion itself, in philosophy, in psychology. I'm thinking about the Chinese philosopher Mencius, the Greek philosopher Socrates, and a number of others. Humanistic psychology, where the idea is that human nature, I hesitate to use the word good because it can mean so many different things, but it's good in the sense of always trying to advance its possibilities for growth and maturity. So one other thing too about the human nature is evil view, it tends to be a projection like the kind I talked about in my previous video, weaponized projection. So when somebody maintains that, especially an authority figure, they're really talking about themselves. It's not that human nature needs to have an eye kept on it, it's that they do. So the other view raises a question. If there's something benevolent and self-realizing at the heart of human beings, why are we so often evil to each other? Well, we learn to be. And I really like the metaphor of a young plant that's trying to grow, and you see this in children, trying to realize their possibilities, learn who they are, reach out in different directions, and then suddenly something traumatizes them repeatedly and they stop growing. Or more accurately, they're like a plant that you put a rock on top of. It'll still grow, but it'll grow twisted. And what convinced me of this was the years I spent counseling violent men. I grew up in a violent home, and then I spent 6 years working with men who had done anything from assault and battery to murder. And what I saw is that even in the worst of them, there was something deep within them still trying to assert itself, still trying to stand on its own feet. So this is not in any way to say that they aren't accountable for their evil behavior. In fact, a way of holding this is that we always have a choice. At every turn in the road, we have a choice. Am I going to actualize the better part of me? Am I going to give voice to the best in me? Or am I going to do otherwise? And that's a choice we make our whole lives. And the more we make the right choice, the better we show up in the world.